Alright, hello guys, welcome back to another video. So I wanted to come on here to talk about a few things because this is actually my first video of 2025. I know I've been a little late. I kind of wanted to upload a little bit earlier, but some personal life stuff has been happening, so I just really haven't gotten the chance until now. But yeah, there aren't really too many videos that I put out consistently, or I mean, just in general, I never really put out videos on like discussing channel updates and stuff like that and what I plan on doing moving forward. And I mean, if you really think about it, most of the videos are just drama nowadays, and I know that's what gets clicks, but like it's starting to get old. I'm not sure if you guys are feeling the same way. I made a community tab post about this before, like I think a month or two ago, because let's be real, when it comes down to drama and like say, okay, Mr. Beast, don't get me wrong, I made quite a bit of money off of covering Mr. Beast and like the allegations and stuff and blowing things totally out of proportion, and it was a fun short-term thing, but it's like when you sit there endlessly scrolling websites like Dexterdo or Drama Alert over on Twitter looking for like anything to talk about, and you start going content brain looking for any little drama to cover, it gets very stressful. It really does. And I'm not sure if any other commentary YouTubers feel the same way or if it's just me, but I just really can't do that anymore. I can't just like every day come on here and like talk about, oh, who's beefing with who today, who's a pedo today. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not gonna stop covering drama topics, but like I guess what I'm trying to say here is I'm not going to be trying to milk situations, particularly ones that I don't care for or ones where there aren't an update. Like I literally had people and some close friends being like, bro, milk the Nick A30 situation, and I'm like, what am I supposed to talk about? It's like I already talked about what he did and the situation. If I talk any more about this in like say a YouTube video and it's just solely about Nick A30 with no updates or anything, people ain't gonna be too happy about it. And besides the people who aren't gonna be too happy about me covering the same exact thing and milking it, if I already talked about it once, why am I gonna talk about it again and repeat the same thing over again? Like that's not fun. That's not entertaining. Even for the person who's creating the video, that's not at all, like I said, fun. Like if I reflect on 2024 and the content that I posted in 2024, a lot of it was overextended, longer than it should have been. Another thing that I don't particularly like admitting is it was over clickbaited and over sensationalized, and there was a lot of it, particularly the drama content, that I just didn't care for. I didn't care to make it, and the only reason why I made it was essentially to make money. And I know a lot of people don't like admitting that here on YouTube, but a lot of people just make content for the money, and I'm not really that kind of person. I don't necessarily like that. I mean, I like making money in general from this. In 2024, I had the huge opportunity to quit my job and experience what it was like to be a full-time content creator. This might come as a surprise to a lot of people, but I was full-time content back in 2024. And to any aspiring content creators, I mean, I guess it just depends on how much you want to grind and how much you like the content that you're going to be posting. If you ever even have the opportunity to go full-time YouTube, if you're doing it in a niche like mine, like say topic commentary and covering drama, something that I realized in the beginning of 2024 is that, and I mean, I feel like this should be common sense, is drama content gets relatively more clicks in a shorter amount of time, and monetized clicks equal money. So essentially there was this huge shift from talking about topics I was actually passionate about. Don't get me wrong, I did cover things that I was passionate about, even with the drama stuff, but a lot of things I took on because other people in my community were talking about it. People wanted to hear my thoughts on it, and there were many cases in which I didn't care for a lot of the topics I covered last year, and the sole reason why that was because I was depending on YouTube as my main source of revenue. And with drama content, of course, making more money in a shorter amount of time, and you having to put in little to no effort talking about these topics. Don't get me wrong, there are some creators who actually put effort in, but most of them just don't. They just sit behind a mic and talk about things, which is totally fine, don't get me wrong. But for a huge portion of 2024, I honestly felt like a sellout. I really did, because I don't know, because it got to a point where a main majority of the reason why I was making content was more to support myself over talking about the things I actually wanted to talk about. Like, I'm not sure if a lot of people realize, but it's like there's a difference between being a part-time creator or somebody who just does it for fun over being a full-time creator and it being your job. Because with your own thing or business, I like to call what I do here a business, I am the one who's in charge. I'm the one who gets to make all the decisions on what I want to do with my business and my content. And a huge part of me being my own boss is I have to strategically find new ways to make money, and doing your own business full time is a huge hustle. Like, you're gonna have months where you're making like $100 for that month, and then during another month you could blow everything out of the water, sort of like in July for me, and make near $15,000 in 1 month. And something that I realized as being a full-time content creator is you're constantly thinking of new ideas and new ways to make money, to the point where, I don't know, at least for me, it was like every moment of the day I'm just thinking, oh, what can I talk about to make money and to continue to have the ability to do this full time and not get a real job, a normal job. Every waking hour of the day was just that. Once again, I'm not really too sure if anyone else can relate. I mean, I know there are some full-time content creators who do watch me, but it was just in the back of my mind every day. What can I do today to continue making money? What can I do? What can I do? What can I do? Is that a good topic? 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 That's what being content brained while also being a full-time content creator feels like. And like I said earlier in the video, it's stressful. You get burnt out actually quite a bit. That's why you'll see like I'll have long periods where I just simply do not upload, because it's just like I need a break. I need to step away. I feel overwhelmed because every waking hour of the day, I feel like I need to go. I need to keep up with the other people who are in my community posting about every single drama topic. Like, I swear, I feel like I'm describing why Corey Kenshin always is like taking these insane breaks from YouTube. I really do. Like, it gets to you. It really does. It starts becoming a mental health issue, not anything super crazy. And this all happens because you're relying on this as your number one moneymaker to support yourself. And something that I've realized is that with a normal job, depending on what you work, but I mean, for the main majority of people, you get paid pretty much the same amount every paycheck from your employer. It's more consistent, so you don't feel like, oh, hey, I made $100 this month, so I'm fucked. Like, you don't start feeling bad because the number doesn't go down. I mean, I guess the number doesn't really go up either. I mean, it depends on your company and the raises you're going to get, but that's besides the point, because the point is that your revenue doing something for your own business versus an employer paying you is YouTube is definitely way more unstable in terms of revenue, and it starts to eat you up inside. It really does. Now, I don't think Corey Kenshin really had the problem of, oh yeah, this month I'm making like nothing. Like, honestly, he said this a few times in his videos. Money isn't really a big deal for him, but it's also like another thing he said when it came down to him taking his breaks and having to like step away from YouTube and whatnot, on top of like some of the family issues that he's had. And I've heard a lot of bigger creators talk about things like this. It's like when the incentives for posting content and the goals you're trying to hit start to stray further and further away, and it gets harder to even hit like, say, 300,000 subscribers or whatnot, and the only real thing you're getting out of it is attention and money, it starts to get boring real quick. And when it comes down to attention, it's not necessarily the attention that is like the best attention, because I've been thinking about this more and more over the past few months, especially when it comes down to people subscribing to my memberships and stuff like that, or even for the people who are currently watching this video. And I just wanted to say, like, if you're currently watching this video until the 8-minute mark and you're still here with me, you're absolutely a legend, because most people just come here, and it's understandable. Most people come here for the drama, and I don't know how I feel about that, because it's like the audience's need for consuming drama and people talking and giving their opinions on drama and current things that are happening on the internet. I feel like with my channel, that sort of overpowers people just being there for, like, say, my personality. Like, I don't know. I mean, I'm not a viewer, so I really don't know how much personality I am, I guess, outputting. I guess you could say most of the time I'm more informative than I am funny. But when it comes down to it, I sometimes really hate the fact that I'm the drama guy and people just come here to watch the drama. Like, I remember back in 2020 and like 2021, 2022, and even 2023, I was watching this guy who's in the commentary community, in my community. He does pretty much, I mean, not the same thing. I mean, he covers like a wide range of topics, which is what I want to do actually, which is what we're going to talk about in a bit. But his name is Optimus. You may or may not have watched his videos before. As of recently, I haven't watched too many of his videos, but there was a point between 2020 and 2022 that this guy was like my main content creator who I watched, and I binge watched all of his content. Every day he would put out a video and I would watch it. No matter what he's talking about, I would watch it and enjoy it. And that's what I would love to do over here. I would love to expand, even though I don't feel too qualified to talk about a lot of the topics, including politics, which is something I probably will not touch, and I'll probably be keeping my political views to myself. I would really love to expand on more things and talk about things that are going on around the world. I feel like that would be very cool, and it would bring some sort of diversity into the things I talk about versus just drama. And once again, don't get me wrong, I'm still going to talk about drama and things like that. I just feel like I would enjoy doing this more if I talked about the things that I want to talk about versus just putting out a video to make views and money. Because with a lot of the videos that I post right now, it just feels like I'm here to put out videos to make money, and that's pretty much it. And sometimes that's actually very noticeable with the way that I put out my content. Like in some cases, you'll find content that I put out to be rushed and have like no edits in it, because if I'm rushed, that's what happens. Or also if I'm rushed, another thing that potentially happens and has happened in the past is I will make mistakes, which makes sense. And I feel like honestly going forward, not saying I'm going to totally get rid of like the gameplay commentary. I like doing that. I just feel like I could put more effort into my content and cover other things and not just be 100% drama. And I feel like quite a few people in the audience would enjoy that. And I mean, honestly, some of you guys might feel like it's a breath of fresh air because literally every commentary channel is just drama. And definitely this year, I would have no issue with prioritizing quality over quantity. I feel like it would benefit my channel in many ways, and I feel like it could benefit my viewer base also. Some changes I've been thinking about implementing here is sort of doing videos that are similar to Omni. Not for every video, of course, but say if there's like many drama topics that are like, oh, hey, yeah, you probably couldn't talk about those for longer than like a minute. We could do a video for that kind of content when those opportunities arise. I've also been thinking about for a long time now, I've been wanting to revamp my shorts. It might sound really weird coming from me that I want to revamp the shorts, but I feel like if there's smaller like drama topics that I want to talk about in like a minute or whatever, or if there's just like smaller topics in general that I don't believe would like be able to fit in a long form video, I'd rather be able to get that content out within like a minute. And if it's something that I would have to stretch out in a long form video, I would definitely like to make it a 1-minute video instead of like a 10-minute video, if that makes any sense. As for memberships, I'm not really too sure what I want to do with the memberships, and that's the whole reason why I haven't really prioritized making content for members only, because if you guys aren't aware, I'm allowed to give like 10 memberships a month, and besides those 10 memberships, I'll have like maybe 1 or 2 people become members besides that. So when it comes down to making members only content, for the value of the content that I want to make, that I want to put out for the members only stuff, it wouldn't really be worth it in terms of the money that I would be making from it. So I was thinking I might potentially close memberships on the channel because I don't really see them going anywhere. Like, don't get me wrong, it would be nice. It's just I don't think it really would be worth it. Like, I don't think it's going to be worth it because I don't want to prioritize something that nobody's going to subscribe to. Like, it's all about time management if you get where I'm coming from. I'd rather be putting time and effort into public videos that I can put out with ads that people can watch for free, and I still make money in the process. So then it's worth it to everybody who's involved. If I do decide to keep my memberships open, I do still have a members only Discord server you guys can join if anybody decides to get a membership. I also talked about months ago that I want to do members only live streams. I also want to put out videos where I show my face again, and I wanted to make exclusive content that wouldn't typically be super similar to the content I currently post. It might be more personal. We might have gaming content. It might be similar to a video like this. And even though I don't currently have members, if I do decide to keep memberships open, I might throughout this year make members only videos. So stay tuned for that. One of my upcoming videos and one of the topics I've been wanting to talk about, something that has recently started to gain traction on social medias like TikTok. And if you look through the news stories, there are some concerning things going on with the bird flu and how it could potentially become the next pandemic if human transmission starts happening. So I wanted to make a video on that. And I hope that sort of clarifies on some of the new topics that I want to bring in as of this year, because I really do think that you guys are going to enjoy the content. I want to start making it really enjoyable and not just something that, oh, hey, you post it real quick and you capitalize off of drama and that's all you do. I think you guys are definitely going to like where the content is going to be going. And I just wanted to clarify once again, the content that I'm currently making, the drama content, isn't going to be going away 100%. But what I think I'm going to be doing going forward is I'm going to be prioritizing talking about the things that I'm actually passionate about or I feel passionate about versus just shitting out content for money. So yeah, as of this year, changes are going to be made. I will keep you guys updated. And yeah, I really don't have too much more to talk about. If you guys have any questions, leave them down in the comment section down below. If you have feedback, whatever, if there are things that you want me to talk about, if you want to suggest ideas that you want to hear my opinions on, feel free to leave those down there too. And yeah, once again, if you made it to this point in the video, you're an absolute legend and you're in like the top 1% when it comes down to my viewers. So yeah, once again, thank you. And my name is Breone and I will see you in my next video. Peace.